How much of a miracle then are the prophecies? Despite what some skeptics claim, what we're looking at here really is unique. A study on the work of modern psychics showed that they had about an 8% accuracy rate, which is considered possible if you intelligently guess a few things. I predict many people will be amazed at this video, but also that some will daydream and miss what I'm saying. In contrast to this, the Bible's predictions aren't generalizations. They are specific, and there's hundreds of detailed predictions that have been fulfilled. Let's calculate what the chances might be. Professor Peter Stoner got his mathematics students to crunch numbers regarding the prophecies. For Jesus to fulfill just 8 predictions, provably written centuries earlier, the probability they concluded on was 1 in 10 to the power of 17. Now that's a 1 over a 10 with 17 zeros. And to give you an idea of that number for fun, if we were to put that many $2 coins all over the landmass of New Zealand, we'd be about 1.3 metres deep in them across the entire country. But Jesus didn't fulfill just 8 predictions. Payne's conservative study suggested 127 were accurately fulfilled, not just 8. And as I've noted, many others would consider Jesus to have fulfilled many more than this. You see, it was also predicted that the Messiah would be a descendant of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, and from the tribe of Judah, which all limits the number of people it could be, and from the family line of King David, of whom both Joseph and Jesus' mum Mary were descendants. But he also had to be born in a specific small town called Bethlehem Ephrath, which has a low population, and presented with gifts, which the wise men at Jesus' birth did. And he had to be preceded by a specific messenger, which John the Baptist fulfilled, and with a ministry that begins in the province of Galilee as distinct from the province of Judea where he was born. And he was then to have a ministry of miracles, and later entering Jerusalem riding on a donkey, entering the temple at Jerusalem, which means it needed to be rebuilt, and then, catch this one, to be betrayed by a friend for 30 pieces of silver, which would be thrown, not placed, into the house of the Lord, and the money given to the potter. And incredibly, the money Judas threw into the temple was used by the religious leaders who hated Jesus to buy what was known as the potter's field as a burial place for foreigners. He then had to be forsaken even by his disciples, and accused by false witnesses, and spat upon and mocked, and killed by piercing, with his garments specifically divided by lots being cast for them, and yet to see life again, being resurrected. And I'm sure you're picking this up. To be the Messiah, he couldn't fulfill just some of these. He had to plausibly fulfill them all. So you can see how incredible this picture becomes when the details are studied.